And we're live! Hello everybody, welcome to the Arcane Gates. I'm Denaru.
And I'm FallenLikeMe20. Welcome everybody. So, to give you a quick recap where we left off, the party in the city of Merton's been getting ready for this grand tournament happening in the water plains for a few weeks now. And now they're coming to the final stretch of getting ready and prepared to go enter this tournament where they'll be fighting people from all over the multiverse. So, we come to the party waking up after a rough evening of a lot of emotional conversations. Amarok disappearing in the middle of the night, and go visiting some interesting people that he wanted to make allies with.
It's not my fault everybody woke up.
You weren't asleep.
Well, you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Falling bed.
In the midst of all of it, you found out you had a new neighbor, which is Nick, the mysterious religious person that you've got grown to know over time.
He stabbed me.
Yeah. And you suplexed him.
Oh.
Alright. Okay, so each of you has 2 weeks to prepare for the tournament. So any last bit of preparations y'all can think of you want to do in the coming time, now's the time.
Do you really want to give me free range?
I am just trying to rein in the chaos that y'all create. That is my role.
We got a lot of potions to make. That's the main thing I'm gonna focus on, and then just rest.
And I'll help you with that, but I want to find some. Like steel and some ingots because I want to make some more bullets.
So yeah, it's the twins need to go check the mail. I need to go check on my gauntlets and talk to them about the ring and all that.
Me and you need to make some. Me, you, and well, actually, I think four of us know how to make potions. So we need to make some potions. So we have to buy some ingredients to make potions.
We bought ingredients.
Oh yeah, hold on.
We have like total. Yeah, we have total for 2 greater and 4 normal.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember. But so we can make some potions. I want to buy some metal for bullets, and okay, yeah, we got multiple things to do. Also, I want to check up on the spiked claws for my gauntlets that I had made of silver.
Your knuckle dusters.
All right then. Cyrus, did you have anything?
I don't think Cyrus really has anything.
Okay.
Your thing is you just wait for us to create chaos and then you just bask in it.
Pretty much. He mostly just waits and observes and gets entertained.
Oh, I had a question though. DM,
Oh yeah.
if I bought the materials for him, if I were to try to make a set of goggles of night, how long would that take?
Finding the materials for them. Let me look that up real quick. And this isn't one of your infusions. This is making one raw from scratch.
Yeah, raw from scratch.
Okay. Oh my gosh, seriously?
Deathly so.
Oh no, just looking at stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just commenting.
Yes. Live commentary. Okay. So it will take 2 work weeks, so mixed in with everything else, you don't think you could probably make them in time?
Okay. So I'll start the process, but I won't finish them. It's not. He won't be able to wear them in the competition anyway.
Yeah. Okay, but looking at it, looks I imagine you're probably having this conversation with your giant buddy Garo, and he's just like, oh yeah, that ain't really my realm of expertise, but give me about 400 gold. I could probably find what we need.
Are you? Which ones are he? Which is he talking about? For the goggles, the bullets, or what?
The goggles, not 400 for bullets.
Okay. Sure. I'll give up the gold.
Okay. All right. So he's like, oh yeah, the bullets. Shoot, those are. I'm just here, and he just hands you 2 ingots. Just give me like 2 gold for them.
All right. I only have enough gunpowder to make 30 more bullets, so I'm gonna make them out of this material. I'm gonna make them out of steel this time.
Oh, I need 30. Give me 1 more gold, and he hands you another ingot.
Okay.
Like that should get you about 30 bullets right there.
All right. Thank you. Also,
no trouble. Just keep that
question. The knuckle dusters for my armor. How's that going?
Oh, going good. They'll definitely be ready by the time tournament starts.
Let me know if you need any help with that.
Oh, I shouldn't, but I'll take the company.
All right.
Okay. So that will be your stuff. So go ahead and roll 3 checks for your bullets.
So, which one would I be using here? My dex or what?
That should be 1 check actually. It would be your tool proficiency plus your dex, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be making these at my forge just in case something special happens. But
yeah, so since it's 1 collective group of bullets, yeah, just do 1 roll for them.
Okay. Kicked me out of the game. I'm loading back in, but So roll a d20 and add my stuff to that.
Oh god.
It doesn't matter what I add. That's an actual 1.
Oh.
So.
We hear an explosion.
Still getting used to the forge. You just think you're still getting used to this new forge. It's a lot more specific than you're used to. It's more. It burns a lot hotter and seems to move a lot quicker than what you're used to. So as you go into pour the metal out, you're getting ready to go, but it takes you too long, and you look and notice all your ingots are just 1 big clump at the bottom. You didn't lose any, but you're definitely going to have to retry on all these.
Yeah, grand. Lovely way to start this week. And he kind of takes the ingots. Takes the melted mass and just sits to the side once it's cooled.
So I'll say that's what took the first bit of your downtime. So you're pretty much going to have to spend the rest of it on the bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can go ahead and make another roll if you like.
All right.
That is better.
Much better. Much
Oh, yeah.
better. So that's going to be 17 plus. $27 total.
Okay.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, only slightly, you know.
You definitely have it down this time, and you're able to get yourself 30 really solid bullets.
Okay.
And now you know what not to do. It'll just take some time to really figure out this forge. Alright
All right, I
then.
put the flux in before. Yeah.
Right then. And now it will be Amarok's turn. As you spend your time crafting potions, so
Okay.
what all
Well,
potions do you want to craft and how many?
I don't know. I was sort of planning to work with whoever else can make potions here. But yeah, we have. What was the total? I had one grater. We bought another grater, and then we bought 4. Was it not normal potions?
I think I'm able to help with that.
Yeah, you can, and Marcus can.
Because my natural one, I'm busy. So
Yeah, I can help you. I
Bonding
can try to
time.
help you.
Cyrus
Oh.
just watches.
Yeah. You know, the I'm sorry I stabbed you and all that moments.
I mean, we're past that by now, really.
I love how easily just we blow past that. Alright, well, I'm rolling.
I didn't die, so I mean, if I did die, you'd have to answer to Maddie, but
What's a few backstabbing between friends?
that wasn't a backstabbing, that's a front stabbing.
Oh, God.
Not like I didn't see it
wasn't
coming.
much of a
I did.
stabbing, was more of a slashing.
It's kind of funny because backstabbing implies you don't see it coming and it hurts, but this one I didn't see it coming and yet I also did because it was in the front.
Hmm.
You saw it coming, but only when it was too late. And then realized, oh, there's a reason why he's staying so far away from us.
Oh, what's that
And then
murder
proceed
in
to
his
stay
eyes?
closer to him every time. It's like you don't learn.
Oh.
And you're
It's more-
supposed to be the smarter one.
More just like I still trust him even though he stabbed me, so it's just like it's fine.
Like, talk about toxic relationships. Like, oh, he's hurt me in the past, but I believe he's better. Oh,
No, it's different. Because
That's
I know.
what they say too.
Stop drinking.
I mean, he only hits me when he's angry.
Oh, God.
Oh.
no, it only hits when you roll a crit and not fail.
Okay. Enough
Generally,
of sex abuse.
Which doesn't mean that you're angry, it just means that you suck at rolling.
Okay, yeah, let's stop blaming the character. Let's start blaming here. Okay, I see how we're going to this night. Oh.
Do you want me to blame you? I can blame you. I mean, I was trying to be nice, but if
No,
you want to
no,
go the abusive route and everything and blame you, I can totally do that. See, overprotective, controlling, stalking.
Okay. We don't have to go on. I believe you. We've all
You
made
just hear
mistakes.
banging on the wall and just a groan to Nick say, "Keep it down in there."
We need to have a conversation later, you and I.
We are talking about abuse, sir.
He's a changed man.
Do it somewhere else.
We
We're
lived
not-
here first.
You're staying by a room of people who stay awake all the time.
We could make this guy's life hell. There's enough of us just for someone to stay up like 24/7 and mess with him.
Okay.
I know what he is, so I don't want to do
Above
that.
table. We did that in the last campaign. Let's not ruin another man's life here.
Oh goodness.
You just hear a thank you.
All right. Okay, back to potions here. What are we rolling?
All right, so, well, one of you can do it with advantage, or both of you can make your own individual rolls, but they will be for they will be your tool proficiency plus intelligence. Also, it takes 1 day to make a regular healing potion and a week to make a greater.
Oh,
Gravy. I'm gonna let you just roll with advantage because my rolls suck.
oh, please don't. Please don't.
Well,
don't
the pressure's
don't
on
let
you
this
now.
rest on me.
but yes, I am
Yeah.
gonna make this rest. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
No pressure.
Okay.
And it isn't really a constant babysitting it for a week, but it's like letting it brew for a week.
Oh yeah. Okay. Roll at advantage. Intelligence. You said.
Plus your proficiency, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna roll this, and then proficiency is +3. Ooh, that's numbers. Okay, that's not terrible.
Yep.
Okay, so that's
Alright,
what
so-
+3 on top of the 17, so 20
Yeah.
total.
Not natural 20, that's good.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I didn't fail. It's not slop.
Alright then.
Won't
So either
die
you're
by
able-
just drinking it.
So you're either able to make 2 of the greater or 1 greater and 4 of the lesser.
Okay, well, this is taking up the full 2 weeks, and then we're going directly into what do we want to make? I never actually asked that.
You probably should clarify before, but I mean, hey, it's cool.
I am sorry.
We can only make, I guess greater would probably be best.
Okay, so that's 1 big healing, or can we mix and match, like 1 big and then a couple littles?
Yeah, that's why I said you could do 1 greater and a 4 to lesser, because that's you have the ingredients to make 4 of them, right?
Yeah, that's what we bought, I
let's-
think.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, or we could go the full 2 greater.
No, let's have 1 greater and a bunch of littles, because
Okay.
it's us.
Okay, yeah. So that's 4 regulars and 1 greater. Who's going to carry what now?
Well, who gets hurt the most? That's a good question. I should probably have the greater.
As everyone is silent, as we all realize we all soak a lot of damage.
I still have a regular potion in my inventory.
I have nothing. Heck, I'll take the greater then.
I would say you or Marcus, because Marcus has almost died a couple times too.
Yep.
Somewhere Marcus sneezes.
As Marcus is crafting himself to be an even tougher human.
Oh, Marcus, do you have any potions left, or are you out too?
Am I there right now?
I mean, I
was-
figured you'd come
I'm-
back at one point during the week, so.
Okay, well, I have 1 potion on me. 1 regular potion.
Okay. So if Amarok takes the greater potion, we should give 1 more. Should take 1 more regular potion then.
Alright.
I can technically carry 3 potions.
Yeah.
I look at the entire group though, but just in case, like, I go down, I won't be able to take it, and I show them the part of my bag that I'm putting the potions in. Right here. Just saying.
Okay, if I go down, please save me.
I'm not carrying this for me. I'm carrying this for you to use for me.
Exactly.
All right.
I mean- Considering our track records, it's pretty much all of us too.
Okay, so we have 3 more regular healing.
Considering Cyrus doesn't like to tell us when he's hurt, even he forgets to even tell us ouch. Should take the second one, and then Maddie and I take 1 apiece.
There we go.
Yeah.
Actually, I see the potion you're about to give to Cyrus, and I write Cyrus's name on it and say, "Take it."
But then who would want the one that I have in my inventory already?
You. We each have 2 potions.
You're too kind.
Take it, use it, and also say "ow." Those are the
that
3
word.
requirements.
Yes.
But, well, also, Emerald, just to let you know, I did kind of scuff my previous project. I will be able to have your goggles, but not in time for the competition. Though I don't imagine you would be caring about dark vision during our competition.
Hey, yeah, I'm not extremely worried about it. I've lasted as long as I have without them. I can last a little bit longer.
But after the competition, I should have them after a week. Once I get another crack at it, then we can help you with being able to see in the dark, and then we can all see in the dark.
Yeah.
Which ultimately opens up our fighting strategies by a lot. If we blind the enemies and we all just stealth around in the dark.
Dark, you say?
Or could just use blindness on them.
That too.
Dark, you say?
But,
No. No.
No dark. Okay.
Every time you use darkness, you screw up my spells.
but,
Oh,
But
snap.
But I did have a question. Okay, so I get it. We have to win this competition first so you can get the wish. But we need to figure out how we're going to phrase this before we actually get there. Because we need this wish to work on 2 people.
Yeah, wording. Wording.
Now, we could explain our situation to this person who is giving us the wish and then let them know what we're trying to achieve before making it, but I'd still like to get the wording down before we go.
We would like these 2 before you, Maddie and Luna, your full names, to be cured of this curse which ails them, and just on and on. Cover all loopholes, everything.
Well, that's the thing. Would this being classify what's on them as a curse? We don't know.
Well, it's classified as a curse. That's what we were told it is. That's what we're assuming.
Okay.
Yeah, but the hags see it as a good thing, so they don't see it as a curse.
Okay, this affliction.
We're just
But
hoping about diabetes.
hopefully, though, when we get to that point, we're allowed to explain our situation first so that they get the general idea of what we're trying to achieve before making the wish, though. Because that way, if we can explain this, it's a lot easier.
That would be ideal, yes.
Because then they know exactly what we're trying to achieve. Then when we make the wish, it happens. Hopefully. Raul never said how powerful this entity is, but they're powerful enough to grant wishes, so I gotta imagine they gotta outrank some hags. Even hags who have been around since the beginning of everything.
Hopefully.
But then what we do is once we get to that point, we explain everything first, and then we make the wish. That way, there's no misunderstanding. And so that it's better, I would suggest that one of you make the wish. And I gesture to either of them.
Oh,
I mean,
It's only a bit of public speaking. It's not going to kill you unless you word it wrong, and it might.
but I mean,
Or worse.
Don't help, Emrock. Cyrus, you
I-
hush.
last time we told someone about your affliction, your curse, I overstepped. So I would prefer it if it be you this time.
oh, just not messing it up,
yeah.
right?
Figure that out.
It's no pressure. It's only your lives at stake.
Like our lives.
Okay, well, yeah.
Y'all would forgive us if we accidentally killed ourselves during this, right?
Or made it worse.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we have a heading. We know this entity can grant wishes. We'll explain the situation first, and then go from there. And hopefully maybe in 2 weeks, or depending on how long this competition lasts. That is also something else I want to ask. We don't know how long this competition is going to last. We could probably go there and everything happens in a day, or it could last for a couple of weeks. Who knows?
I think we were told.
Were we told?
Yeah, I think we were told, like, back when we last met, or whenever we were bringing Dreadslayer in.
I mean, we told Dreadslayer how long we were going to need him, but I don't think we were actually told how long this competition is going to last.
Because I'm pretty sure we asked Roll as well.
Well,
So Raw said it was going to be no longer than a week.
Yeah.
okay, so a week-long competition then. So we have we know how long it's going to last, but we don't know how many fights we're going to have to do a day. So something else to suggest, unless you have to, pull punches. Don't use everything, because we have no clue how many rounds are going to be in the day and how many people we're going to have to fight.
We don't know if it's a gauntlet or we're taking turns. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know it's a team, but we don't know if we're going all at once as a team, or is it 1v1 representative from teams, or again, we don't put everything into the first round if you can avoid it.
It's all of you at once, and you only fight once a day.
Okay. Well, that answers that.
We get the nap.
Nice.
We'll get to rest up. Okay, well, if that's the case, put everything into it, I guess.
This will be fun.
Yay.
Going all out right from the start means that they're going to go all out right from the start as well. So I don't know if I know we have a formation, stay close together, but that might also be a detriment depending on who we're fighting.
It's sort of like we just have to gauge what's ahead of us and then adapt.
Yeah, we all have some battle sense.
Yeah, we can't lock ourselves into one strategy, otherwise we're going
Because if
to...
there's a spellcaster, then most likely us grouping together would be like,
really bad.
yeah.
Even I can punish a group of people if they're grouped together.
It'd be like you dangle a churro in front of me and Luna.
Our churros are allowed in the tournament.
I mean, it's a tournament.
The last time I bought something at a tournament, I was robbed.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Buying tournament food, buying food near a stadium is generally going to be way more expensive. Because where are you going to go? This time, where are we going to go? We're in another plane, so we kind of are stuck buying their food.
They probably just have
We've
water.
got rations.
Do they even have water? Is that cannibalism?
I imagine if they're going to have a plane where they're inviting other life forms to come to that plane. Potentially.
I mean, if I was hosting a tournament for, I don't know, elf eaters, I wouldn't exactly put fried elf on the stands just to accommodate. Just saying.
Yes.
I mean, you're right, but I mean, I guess maybe water would be, since I don't know if they would need to drink it.
I'm filling up my water skin just in case.
Supply like we're going out on an adventure. We're going out on a trek. Let's just pretend with that.
We bring our own food, we bring our own water, and then we only eat there if we absolutely have to.
So above table, it's like going to a convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except hopefully everyone showers here. Hopefully.
Hopefully that sweet tea vendor will be there.
It is the water plane,
Yes.
so maybe like it's non-stop showers.
Or is it the water?
I believe.
Yeah, it's the water plane.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the water plane being hosted by a water genie.
Okay.
Unless it's salt water, then we're just going to be sticky.
Yeah.
Or exfoliated.
So
Hey. We can still
we
solve.
we know what we want. We have to adapt strategy-wise per fight, but that also means judging a book by its cover, because we have to look and see what our opponents look like they're bringing to the table. So if you can keep your own tricks hidden, that'd be good. That way we can surprise them.
I'm not really much for hiding my tricks.
I mean, you are tricksy in a combat situation.
I mean, you hide everything else. Why wouldn't you hide that?
It was sarcasm.
For example, I am going to be hiding this piece, and I pull out my gun, until the fight begins, so that they don't know I have any ranged capabilities, and they think I'm gonna have to get in their face.
So they don't know you have a gun.
Yeah, I mean, they won't know I have a gun until I pull out my gun.
The entire stadium clears. That's where everyone
I
draws
have
the line.
Yeah, they have the power of magic, but I have the power of gun, which beats the power of magic. But, so, anything that you can conceal before the fight begins would be good. Like, I know you two have your holy symbols, but if they didn't know that you had holy symbols, they wouldn't know that we had divine casters on our side.
Oh, they're just going to see a couple of teenage girls, which will be interesting.
Yeah, but that's the perfect. They don't know what to expect from you. If you're hiding your divine symbols, then they won't know what they're getting into when they come at you, and then you surprise them.
To be fair, I guess I do just look like a simple swordsman.
I mean, I'm flashy, I'll admit. Like, I have a very bright color scheme, and I'm wearing armor.
And I think really,
But-
Amarok is the only one who, like, kind of fully knows what Cyrus does now.
Yeah.
Because all my stuff's psychic
Damn.
damage.
Yeah. It hurts. I don't like it.
I mean, you did it to me.
That is true.
Oh god, yeah.
That's how I lost. But, so, if we keep our stuff hidden away, then they won't know what to expect when we show up. We shock and awe. Right from the gate. And we do like we did in this competition, where we center down on one particular target, and whoever's leading the charge on our side is the one who decides the target.
Oh, I do have a question about our unused magic items. Where are we putting them?
That too. But I imagine while Rawl is coming with us, maybe Rawl can just hold on to them. He's not fighting.
Sorry, that wasn't above table one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they have lockers and stuff.
I'm not putting myself in a locker in another plane of existence.
Okay, very secure lockers, storage rooms. They have the little padlocks and everything.
Lockers of holding.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't trust that. Okay.
I've got to leave my stuff with Rawl if he's coming with us. At least then we know exactly where to go. We don't. I'm going to be leaving Ornick with Rawl because Ornick's coming with me. He just can't participate. But so I'm going to leave Ornick with Rawl to also have another set of eyes on the stuff. So yeah, I think that's a better bet than leaving them with anyone else who could just run away into another plane of existence with them.
It is very true. But alright, that is that works if y'all like to do that. And unless there's anything else y'all are wanting to discussing, at one point, Amarok, you go to the magic shop to get your ring. And as you get it from Lydia, she just hands it to you, and before she lets it go, she says, "Remember, you didn't get remember, I didn't give this back to you. That ring is missing. You just somehow found it. Didn't steal it."
It was recovered. Or far away.
Exactly. And she lets it go and is like, "Alright then, you, I don't know, don't die or something." And she just walks back upstairs.
Alright.
Did you just get another waifu?
Oh, yes. I'm building one, yeah. I'm telling you, it's the tall character does it.
I don't want another Bob.
Yeah, like eventually I need to put the little absorb elements onto these gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that whole thing?
Done as well, and you can do that if you like.
Yeah. So yeah.
Alright. Right then, you now have gauntlets that have the absorb element feature put on them. But as soon as you cast it, the spell scroll seems to disintegrate as runes light up and embed themselves into the bracers.
Mm-hmm. I'm just building my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had. Kind of rushed me, but okay.
Alright. So, Maddie, Cyrus, it is. Was there anything y'all are wanting to do? Y'all are the only ones really with some downtime left.
Now, the only thing I could think about was looking at that journal. But I don't have comprehend language anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Well.
But yeah, besides the letter, no.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe some
Okay.
training.
Alright. Well, Cyrus. First we'll do your thing, Cyrus. You take the time to look at it, and as you do, you're surprised to see you can perfectly read one of the pages that you flip to.
Oh, okay.
You even go over the notes that you and Marcus were taking. This was a page that was originally illegible, so You don't know how, but somehow the page seemed to translate itself.
Interesting.
You have reached a new milestone.
What does it say?
You look over it and you realize it seems to actually be a spell.
A spell? Okay.
As you notice, it's in a similar vein as the spells that you found in the other book. This seems to be a chronomancy spell.
Ooh.
And it seems to be a spell called Overtime. Where essentially it's a third level spell that when cast on you for a minute, you have advantage on all dexterity checks and saving throws. And you could do it as a reaction.
Ooh. The fact that his reaction sounds really nice.
That's really good.
So you look over, and that seems to be the next page is just all details is a new spell that's been unveiled to you. You compare it with the other spell book you found. The handwriting is different, but it seems to be in a similar vein as a chronomancy spell. You do see a small footnote at the bottom saying, finally, I'm starting to figure out how these things work. It took a long time to figure out what that elf was talking about, but I'm starting to get a hang of it, I think. It's a weird rush feeling, though. Sometimes I feel sick when it's done, though. I'm getting used to the spellcasting thing. And then it's marked at and what you see on it and recognize, this seems to be David's handwriting.
Okay.
So, not only does it seem like he was doing research on these locations, it seems he was learning these chronomancy spells as he went.
I guess eventually I would visit Marcus and show him like it being translated.
Right. Well, you've been working on the book some more.
Yes, I figured I had nothing else or nothing better to do.
So, did you translate any other part of the book while you had it?
More like it translated itself.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look. And show him the page with the neck or the chronomancy spell.
Can I actually read it?
Well, yes. Can you not?
Well, that was above table. I was asking DM.
Oh.
Yeah. It's illegible by you as well.
Okay, so there seems to be a bit of sentience to this book. We didn't even finish translating this page, and it's unlocked something.
More like there's some sort of I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of cipher, like magic cipher.
Well, I mean, we know that they made a magical language for the purposes of creating spells, but we never figured out the cipher. This is something that we should... I mean, we're very crunched for time, but me and you should definitely take another hit at this and see if we can try to figure out the cipher. I've been trying to work on a cipher, but we've been very busy. But this magic is above what I can do. This is third tier magic. I can only cast second tier magic.
So it makes me wonder if it's based on how much we try to figure the book out, or over time itself.
Potentially over time itself, but we should definitely take a closer look at this when we have more time. I go to the next page and just to look a little ahead and see if anything else has changed about the book.
Okay. you. Let me check my notes. Book notes are all that stuff. Okay. Currently, nothing else seems to be out of the ordinary, but it's weird. You start to compare it to some of the notes you've taken as well, and it nearly seems like some of the book has shifted around a bit. When it comes to some of the words and lettering and stuff.
So it's decoding itself. Now, I mean, we could still probably try to force it and figure out more about the book, but it's decoding itself, so maybe with enough time it will unlock more to us. I mean, this is chronomancy after all. Maybe some of the stuff is locked up for a reason.
Well, I guess we'll have to keep an eye on it over time.
Well, this is interesting, but I think after we deal with this competition, we should definitely sit down and all put our heads together and see if we could come up with a proper cipher for this. We have multiple languages between all of us, and some good heads on all of our shoulders. Yeah, that's interesting, though. Also, DM, we never, I don't remember, but I don't think we ever cast Identify on this book or anything like that to see if it itself was magical. If we haven't, I'm going to try to do that real quick.
Yeah, I don't think we have, to be fair.
So I'm going to set up my ritual circle, and like the way he does it is he sets out basically a blank blueprint page, and he starts to draw out different arcane symbols and shapes and sketching out the item, and then it eventually will reveal itself to him.
Okay. Alright, so you cast Identify on it. And as you open it, the pages of the book start to turn and flip around in a very rapid motion. And from what you could tell, there does seem to be some kind of chronomancy put on this spell. On this book. You're not sure to what degree, but it's like all the knowledge in the book's hidden away, but some certain events seem to be changing what happens and what comes more available to you. But weirdly, as you cast Identify on it, you see some of the words in the book start to shift around a bit, and some more of it actually becomes more legible to you.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. So, let's see what becomes more legible. Alright then, so... another chronomancy spell actually starts to cipher itself and reveal itself to you. And it's a spell called Preserve. It is a second level, the range is self, and it is a reaction spell. And the components are 100 gold worth of amber per spell level used to expend on use. And essentially, with the spell, you encase yourself in a thick layer of amber that has 20 HP. While you're in this state, you cannot move or verbally communicate with your party, and you can only see what's directly in front of you. But the amber takes any damage that would be dealt to you, except psychic damage. But when the amber runs out of HP, it fades.
So, it takes 100 gold of amber for every level that you would cast the spell. So it would take 200 gold, or would it just start at 100 and go up from there?
It starts at 200.
Okay, so...
And it gains another 10 HP for each spell level cast above second.
I wonder... Cyrus, would you want to perform an experiment with me? I think I can actually cast... But, well, I could try. I have no clue. this is chronomancy after all, but we could potentially add this to our repertoire.
I don't see why not.
I do need to buy some amber.
Unfortunately, as you look at it, this seems to be wizard exclusive.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, the only exceptions to it are like learning spells from different spell lists, abilities, and Bard's ability and stuff like that.
We do not know a wizard, but I did just confirm. Well, we do not know a wizard that I want to give this book to. We know Rawl, but we just confirmed something. This book, with my spell that I cast, it has locks on it almost. Whatever this chronomancy is doing, it's sealing aspects of it off until appropriate situations happen.
Yes. Which means the entire book was actually written all the way through, not entirely ciphered while writing.
I mean, we're dealing with time manipulation magic here, so potentially we're talking about someone who had this book in the future, or no, the past. They had this book in the past, they wrote all of this stuff out, they locked away aspects of it, and made conditions from which it would unlock itself.
That David was a strange character.
I mean, David was, but also we met his elf friend that I'm assuming. The guy who just left the room entirely the second that he got out of that container.
Tell me, Marcus, do you ever get the feeling that something bigger's going to happen?
Prior to knowing all of you, not really. I wasn't much of a fate type of person, but it feels like we're being definitely steered towards something that hopefully we have more control over in the future, but we don't have all the pieces yet.
Marcus,
This
is very uncharacteristic of me, but we're alone. Might as well tell you something that's kind of unsettling about this whole ordeal.
What is it?
I wasn't born very long before getting that letter.
Weren't born before getting the letter?
I would like to keep some things held, but Cyrus wasn't around when Cyrus was given the letter addressed to Cyrus.
Marcus sits down for a moment. If we're like in our room, he'll start making coffee. Please explain a bit. I mean, that is complicated, what you just told me.
See, I told you that I went to college, but I never finished. Well,
Yes.
Cyrus didn't go to college. Who I was before did. Whenever I came back, I took the name Cyrus. Not more than a day had passed, and I received a letter addressed to Cyrus. Then we meet David, talking about time travel, and yeah, seems kind of strange to me.
So wait, did you travel through time, or
Oh no.
are you a paradox of something that traveled through time?
More like just a lost, confused soul. But
Then if you're not Cyrus, then who are you?
I am Cyrus. Don't get me wrong. that is who I am now. My birth name is Saris.
Cerise.
But I was only here for only a few days. You see, I feel like I've told too much already. I'll get back to it later. But no one should have known about Cyrus. I feel as though whoever gave us the letters knew a little bit too much about what's going to happen. That is why I took David's words so seriously, and why I'm, I guess, still on this journey, to be fair. Which, now the twins are in trouble, and shame to say, I've grown attached to you all.
So, this the part where you kill me, or?
It's funny how you know me so well. But no, I'm not going to kill you. Like I said, I grew fond of all of you.
Oh, Mark. Oh, Marcus, if only there was someone who loved you.
So, wow. I'm all for a person explaining themselves when they are up for it, but I definitely want to hear more about this at some point. I mean, you just kind of dropped a bomb in my lap there, man.
It's just this whole journal is kind of my main focal point, if you will. Yes, we need to save the twins, but I feel as though we should really focus on this once we're done.
Of course, that was the plan. We were just trying to make sure that we remove this from the twins if we are able to, but yes, there's a bigger thing here. There's a lot more that we still don't understand. We were drawn together by someone who none of us have ever met, who knew more about us than we knew about each other, and it's connected to this. And I hold out the book, and so you still prefer me to call you Cyrus?
Cyrus is who I am. Cyrus is dead and gone.
Well, I'm happy that you confided in me. I'm glad that you trust me with this. I'll hold this until you're ready to tell everyone. I won't overstep like I did with the twins.
A different identity isn't that big of a deal, I guess. But yeah, I would like for you to keep it to yourself, please.
I will. I'll respect your privacy. Though, again, you did just throw something really crazy at me, and, like, all of you have some far bigger things about you than I ever initially thought. I mean, first you got Amarog, then you have the twins, and now you have you. Honestly, everything about myself is rather simple in comparison to all four of you.
You almost need that in this dynamic.
Well, I mean, you did reveal something to me, so I'll share something with you a bit. And I'll actually undo part of my armor and show him my shoulder, where what you see is a patch of scales that have been shaped into a symbol on his shoulder. And upon closer inspection, the scales would seem closer to that of a golden dragon scales on his shoulder.
When is this from?
This is my special thing. It's connected to my family, half of my family anyway, from my mother's side. I mean, I guess technically speaking, I'm a noble. Technically.
And
But,
I'm sure you have your reasons for hiding it, but why do you hide it?
I hide it because it's an oddity here in this country. I don't know what people would react to it if they knew everything about it. There may be people who would try to take me away, like they've done with some of you. If I cover this, then no one can tell the difference between me and a normal human beyond my eye color. Also, this is nowhere near as big as what's going on with all of you. Again, while I say I feel rather small in comparison, you have this with your whole existence. Amarok is potentially going to be seen as some form of messiah for a cult of lycanthropes, and the twins have this whole curse. Ultimately, what's going on with me isn't anything that's threatening my life or a mystery to me at all. So, it's just something that's part of me. It's why I can do certain things Why, the first thing I did when I met Amarok in that fight was I enhanced his weapon just by touching it.
Ah, so that's how you have those powers.
There's more to it, but again, it's not as crazy as what you just told me. And I pour him a cup of coffee and pour myself one.
Thank you. So, it makes me wonder, what is going on? If, 3 very old hags are after the twins, and yet David considered them not part of the trouble at all. If I remember correctly, he said the crow was, no big deal.
Yes, it means that there is something beyond them. Something that even once we deal with them, it doesn't exactly go away. Something that we apparently have not even scratched the surface on.
Well, I guess there's nothing more to do than do our best at the tournament. Get the twins cured of this curse, and if we have to, kill some hags.
And a couple of cults. I think we have 3 cults angry at us at this point.
We tend to make some enemies on our travels, don't we?
Yes. Again, in the past few months of knowing all of you, I've almost died multiple times, and I have become hated by multiple cults. I can certainly say that it's a rather interesting life I've led since leaving college. Oh.
And I'm not even done my master's yet.
Honestly speaking, there are many things I've seen that I would never tell my mother or my father. Honestly, they'd probably try to lock me away, and my mom is lenient on many things. And if she found out that I've almost died, let's see, what month are we on at this point? I think I've almost died once a month.
Sounds like a decent record. Could be worse.
She's more lenient and open to exploration, but if she found out half of the things I've seen, she'd probably try to lock me away in the estate.
Have you contacted your mother recently?
Last time I spoke, I sent a message out to her was back when we were having to deal with that whole black market fiasco.
You should let her know that you're safe. I feel as though she'd appreciate it.
You are right. I mean, who knows? I may not get another chance every day that we travel along.
Yeah.
I think I'll send them a letter. Send one to my mom, my dad, and my sister.
Well, thank you so much for the coffee, and thank you for trusting me with your secret.
Thank you for trusting me with yours. And I won't tell anyone. I'll leave it up to you.
I'm sure you could figure it out during the tournament. But thank you. And Cyrus will start to head on out after finishing coffee and placing the mug down.
Marcus will fall back on the bed, contemplating someone just telling him he didn't exist prior to a letter being sent.
35 episodes in.
Yeah, Cyrus reveals 2% of his backstory. Right. All right. So, with that, Maddie, you also spent some time to train with Arden, and train with Dreadslayer's nice. It's kind of nostalgic in a way, training with Paladin. Kind of as the younger days.
I don't get beaten a lot, so it's fine.
He's still got more skill than you, but you definitely are able to hold your own a whole lot better than how it was back in the day.
I didn't mean by that.
Oh. Fair. Well, you get you still have some nice training with them, and it's nice and nostalgic in a way. They definitely have very different styles of fighting. Dreadslayer is a way more defensive type than you expected, and Graham, she was pretty offensive for her age.
Yeah. But man, if I made a mistake, I fear
Her weapon
that
of choice
woman more
is
than anything. I fear that woman more than the hag.
Her weapon of choice, aside from an axe, was a wooden spoon.
I mean, you have to fear someone. You have to fear someone who can smite you with a spoon.
Anything she could get her hands on. I've learned how to duck very well and dodge.
You swear sometimes her sandals would curve as she threw them at you?
At least I was glad there were sandals half the time. It was when we're actually training that I feared for my life. I mean, beside her cursing at me and the occasional object being thrown at my head, she was a pretty good teacher.
Mm-hmm. But you get a good routine going. If you train with him in the morning, you eat, you go check the letter. Unfortunately, every day you check, you aren't getting any letters, surprisingly.
That's concerning.
She'll continue to check every day up until we leave.
This is concerning.
Yeah, she's just gonna keep checking until she sees something. At this point, she's just worried.
Okay. It's now the final day. Oh,
this
sorry.
I'm just worried. I was just gonna say this. At this point, I'm just worried that, like, I'm sure they're not possible in this world, but all I can think of is like Harry Potter and the Howler. Like, I don't know why, but I can just see us getting a letter that just screams at us. I don't know why. Like, the longer it takes, the more I'm just like, oh no, what do we do?
I mean, technically, there is a spell that wouldn't exactly let you do that.
Oh dear.
Magic mouth.
Yep, magic mouth.
One fear. One fear.
Okay, I had to Google what it is, but now I know what a howler is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm one of them filthy muggles, you gotta remember.
Shame on you.
There's one thing I want to, well, two things I want to do on the last day. I want to pick up my coat again, even though I can't wear it in the competition. They said they'd be ready by the competition.
Right.
With the pockets, the miniature pockets.
Heck yeah.
Alright, yeah.
And then I also want to, as I said early in the week, basically send a letter to my mom, my dad, and my sister. Not telling them what's going on, but just generally giving them the BS of everything's fine. I'm just traveling around with some friends, seeing the sights. Basically, the general I'm okay, even though we're not 100% okay.
Fair. Alright. And with the final last wrapping up of everything, you all meet together one final night before it's time to go.
This is not.
Since this is the final night, while we're meeting, I'm going to take everything off my armor, take all my magical enchantments off my infusions, except for the enhanced defense for my armor.
Okay.
Going tanky build?
Yep. And that's why I was making bullets, so I can fire my gun and actually have bullets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, damn. Just out of the stack reason here, could I have went earlier to them making the ring and requested a different symbol to put on it?
Oh, you already did that, didn't you? Or you talk about
Oh yeah, I was thrown on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, to get your symbol on there.
All right.
Okay. As all of y'all meet, you have your normal camaraderie of you all eat dinner together and just have a nice old time. In the background, you just see Nick kind of slumped over and crawling up to the bar. Then he's just like, "Oh, it's not breakfast." You see him just grab a length of sausage and just start walking back to his room.
Isn't every meal sausage or every meal breakfast for him?
He's always waking up.
Does breakfast, or is the definition of breakfast whenever you wake up or the time of day that you eat it?
I imagine it's generally what you decide to eat and when you wake up.
Must be a confusing life for him.
But unless there's anything left y'all want to say immediately, it gets to y'all all going to sleep.
We just completely overlooked the fact that the rival cultist other guy is sleeping right next to us.
He hasn't done anything over 2 weeks.
Okay, I'm aware.
But
We're gonna have a conversation, but
also alarm spells go up every single night, multiple alarms, and then every single morning Marcus strips them off. So her name's Kiara, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure. Is she at the dinner with us?
She doesn't come to y'all often when y'all are doing public stuff. No, if she's ever hanging around you, it's usually when y'all are off by yourselves.
Because she's coming with us to the competition, she's just not taking part of the competition. She's like going to be in the stands with Rawl, right?
Right.
She is.
Yeah, that's from what Rawl told us. She's going to be there. She's just not participating. So Hey, Emma, do you know how to get in touch with Kiara? I imagine she's around most of the time.
Check her room, check the tutors.
I'll go to the room that she was in that I inspected and got electrocuted. But I won't touch the door. I'll knock.
Okay.
From a distance.
You could always throw pepper in the air and wait for a sneeze.
Okay. All right. You go for the knock, and after a short period of time, you just hear, "Who is it?"
It's Marcus.
Oh, okay. And she opens the door and peeks out of it, and she's like, "Hey, what is it?"
Well, Kiara, I know that you're going to go to the competition with us tomorrow. I was just wondering if you could hold on to something for me. You're going to be in the stands with Rawl, right?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. I take off my jacket and I put my pocket watch into one of the Mitchell pockets, which is the time watch that we got way early. And I hand her my jacket.
Man.
If you want, you can try it on. It's rather snazzy, rather comfortable. And then I take Ornick and I sit Ornick on top of her head.
Oh, I mean, I'll take Ornick. No, it's so red.
What's wrong with red? It's a very nice color, very flashy.
I don't know. I've always felt weird about red. It's okay. It suits you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad that it suits me.
She's a wereball.
But I will not be able to use Ornick in the competition tomorrow, nor will I be able to wear my jacket or use the watch I just put into my jacket. So I was hoping that while Ornick helps keep an eye on things, he can stay with you.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, from what Rawl told me, it's not going to be a technical stands. It's pretty much like our own private box up there.
Either way, I won't be able to. I would love to have Ornick with me, but apparently they have a thing against some pets. So, I will have to leave Ornick in your private box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll watch him. Don't worry.
Let me show you something. And I have Ornick spit out a pebble, which is like the black rod recorder that I gave Ornick. If you record something and give it to Ornick, Ornick will say it back to you.
Oh. She just kind of clicks and is like, "Hello?" And she hands it back to him, and it just echoes the voice like, "Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's neat."
Yeah, I tried to give Ornick more animal sounds, but I'm terrible at impressions. It also doesn't work with the audio quality. Have you heard a person do a bad cat impression?
You gotta understand, I don't talk to people much, and I doubt Rawl would ever do a cat impression.
Fair point. But, so, you can you can have Ornick as company, while Ornick keeps watch on things as well. You hear that, Ornick? While you're in there, keep watch, make sure no one tries anything funny. And then Ornick would just repeat hello, because that's what she just recorded.
Aw, yeah, I appreciate that. I never had a pet before, so this will be neat.
Well, thank you. Good night.
Oh, good night.
Also, handy spell that you have there on the door. Is it there all the time, just to be sure?
Well, my identity's kind of a secret, so I need to take precautions, so yes.
I mean, it's fine.
Into my room?
I was being nosy, and our friend got injured. It was this whole thing. But our friend got injured. I was being nosy, and I got injured as a result.
Oh my! Oh, why did that night have to be so chaotic? And she just shuts the door, and she's like, and she's like, "There's better ways of contacting me."
How?
You just hear silence at the other end door. Okay, good
Great.
point.
I go back to my room, finish setting up the alarms, and go to sleep.
And everyone else is going to sleep?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright then. So as all of you go to sleep, all of you are perfectly well rested. You getting used to the normal lulls of Nick snoring, putting you to sleep. Unfortunately. But Cyrus, as you're, you just kind of feel your eyes drift open in the middle of the night. You just kind of look around a bit, and you see a figure standing over your bed. It feels kind of like a dream. As your vision kind of blurs again, you look and you see a figure just kind of sitting on the edge of it. They're currently just sipping a bottle as they sit there, just quietly, just looking real contempt. I see the stark silhouette, a silhouette of a man with horns on your bed.
Do I feel like I can move my body or like speak in any way?
No, you don't. It's like it feels like you're dreaming, but you're not too sure. Until finally you close your eyes again a bit, then you open them back up, and you just hear this voice resonating. Just, I really wish you wouldn't go, but you're probably going to anyways. And then you wake up. You estimate it's probably around 5 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's already currently still asleep. You kind of snap back in, hearing Nick snoring again, and you look into the bottom of the bed, and you see a folded up a piece of cloth there.
I will reach for it.
Okay. You do, and you see a note on top of the cloak. In very nice handwriting, it says, "Stay alive, my friend." And you unfold the cloak to realize you recognize this coat. This seems to be Harper's coat, actually.
Interesting. Wait, as in like his coat that he had like of holding, or?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll fold it back up and just kind of like stick it like next to me and try to get a little bit more sleep as Cyrus just kind of like contemplates what all happened, or kind of plays it all back in his head.
All right. You played the situation over a few times, and it feels like it was him. It's just you're confused by the whole thing, and you realize you also haven't seen him in like a month ever since you got to this town.
I guess another thing I would like to do is check the pockets.
Okay. You see, in particular, you find 4 pockets that seem to all have that dimensional effect put on them. Mm-hmm. 2 on the inside of the cloak, and 2 of the outside pockets. just where he normally rests his hands. But currently you don't find anything in them.
Okay. And yeah, I guess I'll fold it up and go back to sleep.
Okay. Alright. You go to sleep, and you're able to rest a decent bit as everyone starts to come to shortly after.
Marcus does his usual routine of trying to work it a little bit earlier than everyone else so he can set off the alarms.
Okay. As everyone rises and everyone starts to go get breakfast, so today's the morning.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is Harper's jacket probably something that Cyrus feels like he would wear? Like, does it seem like Cyrus's style?
It seems like it.
You can work it.
Yeah, I feel like Cyrus will just like put it on in the morning, like not really say anything about it.
Any of us even notice that?
Okay. I actually DM'd you to Cloak's details, and
Nice.
So what we're learning is our alarms mean nothing.
Not when people can go into your dream or teleport into your room. Our precautions mean nothing in this world.
Ooh. Awesome. Thank you.
alright, so would you like to use its last effect?
Yes. I like to turn it purple. Like that,
Okay.
that dark, like I don't know how to describe this purple, because it is like a darker shade of purple than just purple.
Got that Jimi Hendrix purple going on?
Kind of.
Is it
Better,
kinda
better,
like
better. It's black, but the trim is purple.
Ah,
Ooh,
okay.
okay. That's
Like
cool.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Not like that.
Sounds like something Prince would wear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more Prince than Jimmy.
Yes.
So yeah, Luna, no, you just notice Cyrus gets a new cloak. But
Okey-dokey.
I'd say with your passive investigation, Marcus, you notice the cloak looks very similarly made to the one Harper had.
Kind of like when I kind of like stepped next to Cyrus, but kind of in a whisper. Yeah. So you like his style then?
It kind of suits me a little bit. Fits nice.
I mean, I thought he had a pretty nice wardrobe as well. I even had some pockets installed in mine.
Yeah, I figured I needed some more cargo space. All the gold that we were getting throughout our adventures was kind of getting heavy.
I'm mainly using mine to store tools.
Yeah, and I figured might as well put like an item in it and leave it with roll, and that way at least all my stuff will be together.
True. What I did with Kiara, I gave her my jacket and the stopwatch that we found.
I'll probably wait till we get there and hand roll our stuff, just in case we need it beforehand.
Understood. Draco, on. Today's the day. Then Draco fully fits itself into proper position, and then he'll, since we still have to eat breakfast, he won't put the headpiece on yet.
Okay. So as y'all start to come out to the cafeteria, you notice in particular one of the lunch workers in there is just like, oh, all of you actually been invited to have lunch in Rawl's office. I mean, breakfast.
Oh, excellent. What's on the menu?
Okay. Just normal buffet. We had to move it up there as he requested.
Excellent. I have a question. You have this lovely machine here. I was wondering, and I point to the coffee machine. I was wondering, would I be able to buy any of the coffee off of you? The dry coffee.
I just served the food. You'd have to talk to the quartermaster about that.
All right. Well, shall we go to a buffet then? Bit heavy in the morning, but all right.
I was told to give you all the breakfast of champions. It was said with that about enthusiasm as well.
Yeah, we're about to eat a lot and then try to do a lot of physical activity.
Well, we are about to go through an interdimensional portal, and that can kind of take a lot out of you.
Carb load.
Sure. Let's load up, see what Rawl has to tell us, as I guess we're briefing.
And I'd give you her enthusiasm an A+.
That's not what I'm going for. I'm here to serve food, sir.
Well, you said that. Rawl said to say it with some enthusiasm, and I'll tell him you did a bang-up job.
Thank you.
So we're heading up to Rawl's office?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, but I do say to the lady before we leave, I just kind of go, I'm sorry you had to move everything up there.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's one of the better places to work in this town, actually.
Yeah, but that still must have been in pain, but thank you, though. Just kind of follow everyone else.
Alright. So all of you get up there, and you see Rawl in his office with Myra. You also see Mugen's in there, along with two other guards you do not recognize. Well, one you vaguely recognize, Amarok, but that's it. And that is Keitel. He's one of the more veteran guards here.
Okay.
Okay. As you all coming there, Rawl's like, better eat up. Got a long day ahead of us.
Yeah. Cyrus is just gonna head over to the buffet, all chipper like.
As all of you sit down and get ready, Rawl is just looks like he's mostly eating, is just doing his normal routine of just drinking coffee. He's like, well, yeah, I assume you have all your final preparations done. I would hope so, after the month of free time you've had.
Yes. Ready as we're going to be for this. Whatever we are going to face while we're there.
That's right. So, he holds up the letter, and he holds out the letter, and it's like, well, I just and he pulled, and weirdly there was a small other letter inside of it, and he's like, I just have to open this next envelope, and it'll open us our portal, and we'll be good to go.
Are we leaving right now?
No, after we eat. I was planning on it, yes.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Well, we're gonna run down to the Bell place real quick and be right back.
Yeah. As I say as I grab bacon.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm
wait,
grabbing food as she's running.
Before you go, Kiara. Is Kiara in here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Kiara, can you let Ornick go with them so that he can keep watch?
You look up, she's in the banisters as normal. She's like, okay. And
Ornick, once they get back, go back to Kiara.
And she takes Ornick off her shoulder and just kind of eases him down, and he flies off after the girls. The girls, you run to the post office again, and as you get there, the lady behind the counter is like, "Oh, you're here again. Let me check for you."
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she goes to the back and comes back. She's like, I hate to tell you this, but still nothing. If
Really?
I think the person you're trying to get a hold of might be busy. I shouldn't be telling you this, but they haven't even checked their mail in what seems like about a month now.
What?
Oh, concerns. So
That doesn't sound like her.
I can't tell you anything more. That's just all I know is we can at least check to see if the letters that we sent have been going through, and they are, but they have not been taken out of the box. That doesn't mean anything happened to her, just means she may be unavailable at the moment.
I have many concerns, I say as I turn to Maddie.
Maddie just turns to her and she goes, I don't like this. He's never once not answered a letter from us.
Oh, we're going into a tournament with our minds worried. That's not great.
If we get out of this tournament and we still don't get a letter, we need to find her.
Yep, we do. We do. Now I'm just nervous munching on food.
Yeah.
It's like the food is gone because I ate it all so quickly.
There. As y'all come back and Ornick returns to Kiara, Raw's like, okay, now to continue our meeting.
Hey, okay.
Maddie has currently ate all of her food. Now she's like munching on her tips of her fingers.
Grab some more bacon and like try to make her eat the bacon over her fingernails.
Hey. Oh, this is not the time to have the pre-fight jitters. So, the party's going to be
the problem, but yeah, go ahead.
The party's going to be the 5 of you, myself, Kiara, Arden, and our security team, which will be Mugen and Kaido and Balthus. As he points to the other guard that the Amarok did not recognize, he seems to be a younger guard, actually. Has bright green eyes, kind of very unkempt brown hair, and a kind of bushy beard. He just kind of smiles brightly and waves at everyone. Like, "Addy, nice to meet y'all."
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What was your name again?
Balthus.
Balthus.
The silent guy I've been paired with here seems to be Kaido. And there's Kaido, who's a bald figure with blue eyes, kind of older age fellow with a nicely trimmed beard. Seems to be more of a conventional what you'd expect from a guard.
Pleasure to meet you, Kaido.
He just kind of nods like, let me know if you need anything.
So,
it's all... go ahead.
I just said will do.
Raw, so this portal that we're using, have you answered one of these before?
Yeah, I've been visited Mary's place before. It's a pretty nice place, actually. So
you'll be
getting a nice thing.
Do we all have to be like really close together to make sure that we aren't cut in half or something?
No, that's not the case.
All right.
But, it said that will be that. We will be away from the stands in our own little, a private, kind of like a press box area, a little VIP area. So, should be relatively safe. The security detail will be in there. You can keep any goods you need with us there. Also, we'll be having our own quarters. As far as it looks like, each of us will have our own rooms, minus the security detail, unfortunately.
So we'll have a place to pretty much like store our stuff.
Yes, you will. You'll have your own quarters and such. I've been to Mary's palace before. Essentially, it's a big stone structure built onto the water plane, which normally has very few, if any, land masses at all. There's just palaces like this strewn across it. It's kind of partially underwater in certain areas, but there's a good bit of above land area. All of it connects to his big coliseum that he has for his various guests and such. He likes to throw big shindigs like this to entertain people.
Oh. It seems like we'll be living well while we're fighting for a week.
He believes in treating his guest well, and as of now, you'll all be his guest. Also, as it stands, you will also be given a few servants to tend to your needs while you're there. So I don't know if y'all are used to that or not, but that's a thing.
Do we have to?
I mean, you don't have to, but they'll still insist to do things for you.
I mean, we should take full advantage of the hospitality. If we're offered servants to aid us in our day-to-day, we've been roughing it for the past few months.
Yeah.
Some of us longer than that.
I feel like they're trying to make us soft.
Hey. Also, to clarify, in case this does come up, the servants are technically slaves, but generally on the water planes, Marids will treat them more like servants and generally free to do what they want and go if they need to. But might not be the best origins for how they came into service of them. Just throwing that out there.
Right.
All the ones I've ever met seem to be happy and well taken care of, though.
All right. So, then to clarify that, there's, no chances of us being abducted into slavery, then, is there?
If you were on the fire plane or earth plane, maybe, but generally, no. That shouldn't happen here. No. No, generally, if he attained them, it was probably through a slave market on another plane.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
I mean, let's be fair. At least me and Maddie are probably going to be safe, because who wants two teenagers that can turn into demons?
Yep.
The Ifrit.
Yes, who would want two teenage girls? Yeah.
Just so they can turn into demons.
Okay, added bonus.
It's not a bonus.
Problem.
It's not a bonus. We could potentially turn on everyone.
Well, considering of the nature of the person we're going to meet, I don't think they're too concerned about that.
Probably.
Rosal shrugs. Possibly not. That's just something to keep in mind about gen culture. Generally, in my experience, they're all very competitive and spiteful of each other. Generally, most gen don't get along with each other and try and show off their wealth and gains through various ways. This is just one of the ways Mary does it. But generally, how the people that under them are treated is very different. Generally, air and water treat theirs fine. Earth and fire, no, those are not good people. I definitely don't care for them myself. So,
Well,
you're going to be wary of anyone, definitely, any dour Ifrits you come across.
well, then that does let us know that we never want to go to the plane of fire or earth.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily, I don't think any of y'all have ever actually been there on your journey, so hopefully we'll stay that way.
Wow. Emerald sheepishly looks away.
Yeah, Cyrus just like
Yeah,
looks at Emerald.
so, yeah, literally, as Marcus said that, he was kind of glancing at Emerald. Not directly, though.
Not getting yelled at again. Not going to bring it up.
Cyrus is being
I feel like
completely
we
obvious.
all did. We all called it an emerald.
Rawls just silent and just, that I know of. Anyways. So, any other protocol to think of? Don't get into fights outside of the tournament. That could instantly get you banned from it.
Like physical fights?
Uh,
Or verbal fights?
Physical. Trash talking's okay.
what about out of self-defense, then?
I assume out of self-defense is okay. You just better hope witnesses are there to back it up.
Great. Make sure that we have plenty.
Witnesses.
Make sure that we have plenty of eyes on us, then.
Yep. Obviously, sabotage is not allowed either, and even as a precaution to take in that, generally all your inventory will be checked as you get there. Alright. And other than that, you may see some things that'll surprise you there, because a lot of extra planar beings frequent these events. As far as I know, there's only there may be some other material plane teams there. I only know of one apparently that's going. From our plane, anyways.
From our plane, another one going.
Yeah,
Might have to
some
fight
people
them.
from the other continents.
Might have to fight them.
Maybe, we'll see.
So,
But
Emerald, you've worked on your speech, I take it. You're our glorious leader, after all.
Oh, there's a
Is he?
speech involved now. Let's just try to stay civil, okay? That's all I'm going to focus on.
Always.
So, do we introduce each other? Do we introduce ourselves as us, or just as our abbreviation, or do we use the full name?
We might as well use full, since we start out using full, get everybody used to it, and we can abbreviate.
Uncommon Solutions, and I don't think they'll ever get used to the abbreviation, but
Well, it just brings it to mind more, makes it rememberable.
yeah, every time you think about the word us, you'll think about us.
yeah.
Usually.
So, as all of you are getting together, the Rawls like, well, any more questions about the place we're going to?
Do you have any idea what the arena looks like?
As far as I know, stone arena with surrounded by water on every side.
Okay, and are there zone out rules like we've had before, or is it just free for all till the person goes down?
I'd say as far as I know, it seems to be a free for all. Apparently, there's magical barriers to prevent you from leaving the ring.
Okay.
Or entering the ring once the match starts.
Honestly, that's perfect. Sure, it means that we won't be able to snag a easy victory just by knocking someone out the ring, but also means that they can't knock us out.
Exactly. This will be more fun.
Mm-hmm.
An opportunity to go all out.
Right. But, anyways, that's the case then. He stands up and stretches a bit and gets the letter ready. So, I'll be safe this week, and let's not forget what we're doing this for. Alright?
Quick question. I've never teleported before. Cyrus, does teleporting hurt?
Define hurt.
Oh, right.
Let me tell you from experience, the pull in your stomach you're probably never going to get used to.
Oh. Luckily I'm robust.
And as he says it, he opens the letter, and as he does, he drops on the ground. A blue light seems to emanate from the letter, spreading all across the floor. As you see a trickle of water start to come out of it, and it draws a pattern on the floor, a pattern that you recognize to be a teleportation circle. And as it surrounds all of you and completes the circle, all of you just feel a tug and just as like you're getting pulled suddenly forward. Then quickly you just feel yourself stop as you're standing in another place. A sparsely crowded stone room. You see it's pretty open and just feels nice with the nice ocean breeze hitting your face. Unfamiliar to most of you what that actually feels like, except Cyrus, I do believe. As you all look out and looking in behind you, all you see is ocean for miles and miles, nothing but it. As you're at the stone port where you see ships coming in and people are pouring out, coming to this town, as you see a decent crowd of what seems to be mostly Tritons and Sea Elves. But you do see some humanoids, some other folk mixed in there. Surprisingly, even occasionally you see what you could only describe as possibly devils, some genasi, some possible other planar beings. You even see here just yelling like, "I need to take that in there with me! Why can't I take it?" As you see a mind flare arguing with someone that looks like he's in a guard uniform. As you see, this seems to be kind of the best way to put it, the magical TSA in this area.
Whew.
As you see a mind flare arguing why he can't carry his small pet brain with him.
So none of this stuff was fairy tale.
Yeah.
I see the variety of people around. I just kind of like go over to Maddie and I'm like, "Hey, Maddie, do you think Graham might be here?"
What?
Do you think Graham might be here?
Why do you say that? She looks over her shoulder fearfully.
I don't know. Maybe because of all the sea elves?
I mean, I guess would explain why she's not sending us a letter back. That'd be more simpler.
And let's be real. Graham probably would not turn down watching a fight.
No, I'd actually be more surprised if she didn't try to join it. They wouldn't have
Yeah,
let her anyway. But
that too.
Do we have to fight your grandma?
Be an interesting way to meet her.
boss level. That's boss level. We would die.
As Charles
We would lose.
vigorously writes
Would lose.
down the grandma's stats.
Uh,
At the thought
You will
of
now.
fighting her grandma, Maddie just starts sweating. She goes, I can't do it again.
Question, DM. At a glance, do I see any humans around?
You do see some humans mixed in there, yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, there's something, Luna, you do notice as you're scanning the crowd, and only you notice it. As you're looking through, you see someone kind of peering at you, then looking away. You kind of squint your eyes a bit and look. You actually see Lantham in the crowd, surprisingly. As he makes eye contact with you, and just instantly looks away, and you see him mumble, "Oh crap."
Above table. Remind me who this is again?
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah.
Say Langford.
Yeah.
It's the ogre.
Well, the
He was
ogre.
an ogre, but we killed that form and he melted into the.
The Genasi that we were hunting.
Is this when I was gone?
No, it was
No, you weren't here. You were here.
the goblin camp where I had the Duel of the Fates on the rampart walls with the hobgoblin and the first instance of darkness messing up your spells.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember now.
That's how you remember it.
The darkness
It's been
is
a minute,
what
but I remember.
jogged the memory.
I remember that I almost got to throw an ogre into a ditch until he countered my spell.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Right.
So we found an open paper. Well, actually, no. Did you point that out to us?
Yeah, I do. As discreetly as I can, I kind of do that.
You actually see, as he did that, he actually straightens up his cloak and just like slaps himself in the face, like, and instantly just steps out of the crowd, like, well, what a surprise. Didn't expect to see you guys here.
Didn't expect us to meet you again in such a calmer place.
He looks over and just sees the Mind Flare arguing still. He's like, yeah, sure.
I just look at him and go, I really loved your oh crap face when you noticed us.
Just taking me by surprise, that is all. I was worried you were here to mess with my plans. Again. Not about to do that now, are you?
I mean,
Depends on what your plans
we
are.
all.
I just kind of look
Mentoring
at him.
tournament?
I just kind of look at him and be like, you'd be perfect ink.
I missed that. What'd you say?
Cyrus says, you'd be perfect ink.
Oh. Oh.
That is grim.
He just kind of looks at you and just kind of like, I had to get away last time. I've been looking forward to when I'd run into you again. At least it saves me the trouble of finding you if we're going to get away all formalities.
I mean, most people aren't real keen on losing again, but to each their own, whatever your fetish is.
He grits his teeth, and you see the fire. His fire on his coming out of his body seems to flare up a bit. You see,
Okay,
now, language boy, calm down.
if you're quite done with your tangent, we have things to do. Okay? So, continue on your way. You're a side note right now. That's the best you're ever going to be. Okay? We'll handle you when time comes. For now, shut up and move.
Okay.
this how he talks to his women too?
Gee.
As you're saying that, you see a actual, what you assume isn't a freak come up as you see this large, nearly 10-foot tall figure come up that you see he's wearing this nice, lavish set of robes, decorated with a ring on each finger, and golden bands running up his arm. And you see he's got a kind of a head of fire, very similar to Langford. And he's like, "Oh, it seems the old competitive spirit has sprung up already. Langford, are these?" And you see him say, "Yes." He's like, "Oh, y'all must be quite the trouble then."
Oh, we've been told that a lot, actually.
He's like, "Well, I guess I'll know who to bet on in some rounds." Langford, come on. Stop fighting with the commoners.
See you around, Langford.
It's a shame when you have to get Daddy to help you.
Yeah. Langford is stink-eyeing you very hard.
Good.
And
Just like the menacing person in the background is bullying someone.
Hey, we're not allowed to actively cheat, but if I can get him to attack me, hey,
yeah.
that's a
God.
team out.
And
Gosh, guys.
And you hear Kiara say, "Yeah, you better run." Who's that?
It's an old friend. We go way back.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like a friend.
We talk this way to old friends like that all the time. You know, when you're truly friends with someone, you can really tear them down.
They can?
Yeah, and it means absolutely nothing.
Okay. And Rawls just like, don't listen to anything he just said. Don't.
So,
And at that point, Arden kind of steps up and he's like, "I sense something wrong about them. We're not allowed to do anything outside of combat, right?" And oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Gunfire's Griffin gifted us more gift subs.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Man. Yeah, thank you, dude. That derailed me for a second. That surprised me. I looked at the chat just at the right time.
Yeah.
And he left again. Lord. Alright then. As Arden just like, he's looking around everywhere and it's like, this is going to be quite difficult for me.
Yeah, we've got to play nice while we're here, otherwise we can get kicked out. So, no throwing the first punch.
Arden said, "Noted." And around that time, it is y'all's turn in line to all go through the inspection.
Remember, have your shoes off and be ready.
Hey. Okay, sir. Please give me all the magic items on the table.
Loading everything.
As everyone's going on through and you dumping all your stuff, she actually starts with you, Mark's like, "Sir, put all your magic items on the table."
Stops me?
Yeah. Yes, sir. You still got one more in your bag. The scanners are detecting. Please put it on the table.
Oh, let's see here. I do have this, and I pull out the rope. Oh, I haven't used that one in a while.
Sir, please don't play games with us and put the items on the table.
Marcus, which item?
I go through my bag and I start pulling out random guff. Like, let's see, I got some bullets, some dynamite, some gunpowder, a bedroll, alchemist supply, wand. Stop.
You just Vinny from a city of Atlantis.
Yeah, you do not realize that Marcus has been carrying basically a store on his back for this campaign.
Okay.
For clips.
All right.
Paper clips, big ones.
It seems to be a small crystal, sir. That's in your bag.
Small crystal. Oh, I do have a couple of these. I pull out a crystal.
In particular, when you look in the bag, the red orb that you actually got back from the crow on your very first time all of you fought together, you notice it's actually glowing. And as long as you've had it, it's never glowed before, giving off magical property.
The keystone?
Yeah.
Well, that's not, is it?
Well, that's interesting. I set it to this side. Do we get these on the other side of the gate, or what?
Yes, we do, sir, but we gotta know if you're hiding any artifacts in here.
All right. I'll hand it over, but I will cast Identify on it real quick. I'll actually, and then hand it over just to see if it's giving any property now, because I'll actually walk to the back of our group, so I have enough time to cast it.
Okay. I just sent you what it does.
Wait, how do I check that?
Oh, it's on Discord.
Oh, Discord. See, is it in which chat is it in?
It's PM, a personal message.
Oh, okay.
All right. And with that, all of you are able to get the rest of your stuff out, and everything's going smoothly so far. No one else gets any surprises. But from the scanners, you notice the book is registered as a magical item as well.
So the book is magical too. Okay. Sorry, we're memeing in the live reference.
Yeah, I knew someone was going to make the Sinbad reference.
we both had the same exact thought and both at the exact same time.
Every campaign I've been in with Dre, I think this moment has happened at least once.
Yes.
Actually, that moment happened with Celine.
Oh yeah, with Celine.
Of course, that would have been more like Elizabeth from the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie. That was good.
Wait,
yeah.
This moment.
Oh my goodness.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you can join our Discord in the link in chat and actually check our live reference. Bunch of other D&D creators are there as well, so
Cool time. So, as all of you are starting to move through, all of you are starting to move through the checkpoints. You make your way to the other side, and as you do, you're greeted by a figure as you see quickly a younger man comes up to you. You see he's wearing a pretty nice pair of blue pants, silver armbands going up his arms. He's got a symbol around his neck that you've seen a few times in this area as an amulet. You see an amulet around his neck with a symbol on it that, as you look around and see the rest of the place, you see the symbol showing up every now and then. You're estimating it is the symbol of Mary's house. As he comes up to you and says, greetings. My name is Lewis Waters. I will be the personal servant to your group as you come, Mr. Rawl Dragontongue?" And Rawl's like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, Great. I will be your personal servant to make sure everything goes good for you in your stay here. If you just follow me, we can get you all to your rooms."
No reason not to follow.
Yeah, lead the way.
Of course. And as you follow him through some of the other areas of the place, you notice he takes you down a walkway it's pretty much a stone walkway built over the open ocean in the water plains that seems to be leading toward another building. He's like, "Do not worry, this area in particular is pretty safe when it comes to no storms happen here, so you should be able to pass by any time. There'll be magical lamps that come on at night in case you would like to take a nice night walk. I personally love taking walks around here at night. It's quite peaceful." And he's like, "And this will be some
around if we do have to stock up on anything we can think of during this tournament."
Oh yes, there will be some merchants here, but about anything you could need, I will get for you. We'll have food prepared for you."
Okay.
But there will be a bit of a market area. We do have some in-house stores and stuff if you want anything in particular. We actually got a lieutenant's chicken out here recently.
Really?
Grand. They have markets apparently across the multiverse.
Yes, they've been doing quite good recently.
Well, nice to know that a small family conglomerate is doing so well.
Oh yes, of course. And as you get all the way across the walkway, you see yourself. You see yourselves in an actual more enclosed building. And you see, it seems to be kind of like a hotel-like area where you see a decent bit of people all set up here. It's like, okay, we have you set up here in the Pirate Lord Suite. And he starts to move over to the far left side of the building. He's like, yes, you're in the port side, or I hope I said that right. And takes you to a little back area and slips the key in there and opens it. And it's like, all right, here we go. And he opens the door, and you find yourselves in a nice open air, kind of like loft apartments. As you see, it has a ceiling over it, but pretty much where one of the walls will be is completely missing. And it's just all like your own little private beach-like area facing the ocean. It seems more like a beach house than it does really a living space. I see this area kind of has a small kitchenette and a little living room area, some resting areas. It has a few doors off to the side as well. It's like, all right, each of these will take you to your private quarters. This will be your kind of common area. And he points, and there's a rope next to the door. Just pull that rope if you ever need room service. Yes. That should be everything you need. Like I said, I'm Lewis Waters, in case you need anything.
Thank you, Lewis.
Much appreciated, Lewis.
Oh, no trouble. Yes, feel free. Check out your rooms. Get comfortable. Our master of ceremony should be coming by shortly to talk to you and make sure everything's going good and you're all set up. But yeah, other than that, you should be good.
Question: when does the first match begin?
Oh, the first match starts tomorrow.
Okay.
They're currently working out the brackets right now.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right then. And as he leaves and gives you all a little private space to yourself, Kiara instantly just walks over to the rope and pulls it. Yeah. He just steps back through. Yes. She's like, oh, what kind of sweets do you have here? Rawl just kind of like walks over, pushes Lewis out, like, that's enough for today, and shuts the door. And Kiara's like, he looks at Kiara's like, not now.
Oh, I was gonna ask him if they had churros here.
Well, size. They have a lieutenant's chicken. I'm sure they have churros.
Yeah.
Oddly weird that we found a restaurant from our plane here, but alright. Franchising. But there's something I want to discuss while we have the space to ourselves before inviting someone else in here. Because they gave all our stuff back, right?
Yeah, they gave you all your stuff. They just wanted to check. You noticed they were checking everything. They were making a list of everything you had, then passing it on to you.
Okay. So, this stone that we got from the Crow, which initially I've had it on my person for a while now, but it initially didn't have any magical presence about it, and suddenly it's lighting up.
Could there be another
I don't
nearby?
like that at all.
Well, it does things like, it protects someone against fire to a certain degree, and it's pretty great. It stops people from hampering your vision. It stops people from hampering, well, your senses in general, like your vision, your hearing. It makes it to where people can't turn you to stone, and it makes it to where I guess people couldn't, stop you for a bit by stunning you up a bit. But it does have a curse. Apparently the curse on it makes it to where animals become hostile towards you. As well as letting you potentially do a little more damage when you do fire-based things.
So what could have activated it? Is it simply that we're in a elemental plane? Or maybe it reacted to fire elementals that are nearby? Or another keystone?
Perhaps, we met in a fleet the second that we came here, and this thing seems to be very strongly leaning towards the fire aspect of things. We also did cross into another dimension.
Intriguing.
Here, Rawl kind of holds his hand out. It's like, you mind if I look at that?
Sure. I give it out to Rawl.
Okay. Or if a quick flash of the eye, you see cast Identify on it, and he's like, how in the nine hells did you get a hold of an artifact on top of everything else weird happening to you?
Oh, man. You learned a bit more about it than I did. But, yeah, an artifact. Wait, an artifact.
Apparently we're just that unlucky.
Holy... You can't... We have an artifact on us. That's absurd.
Yeah, about as rare as you can get, nearly.
Well, yeah, you can't recreate artifacts. Artifacts are one time only. They're a miracle of craftsmanship, of enchanting. Artificers try to create artifacts over and over again, but never succeed. They're a one-time thing. And Mark is kind of just, staring off.
Yeah.
Marcus is gone.
Essentially, there's sort of a reason why we were grouped together.
Oh, yeah, fate and all that wonderful stuff. Yeah, that... Dang it. You want me to just give that to the Platinum Vault? That'd probably be the easiest solution. Just let them deal with it.
Whoa. Let's not be too hasty. Rawl, come on. This is the first time I've even seen an artifact, let alone touch one. Do you know what that means to someone in my particular field?
Yes, it means you're going to probably go nuts with it, and knowing the fact that you're a blacksmith and fire and all that fun stuff, I think it's perfect for you. Yeah, match made in heaven, all that fun stuff, but god dang, you have an artifact that's dangerous.
I know, but come on, Rawl. It's an artifact. I wanted to study artifacts, but they're all locked away by more powerful organizations who get their hands on them. And I have one literally 5 feet away from me. You can't... Come on, let me have a little fun.
Let me suggest a non-selfish reason. This is part of our main quest, and, yeah. We have to collect these.
Oh, yeah, that too, that's important.
Cyrus just give a logical reason for something?
He did. Okay, wait. Why's that part of your main quest?
The reason we're all together.
I mean...
You're going to find more of them things, aren't you?
Yep.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Apparently we found one by accident.
To hopefully prevent
You said
the,
there's no magical prop.
Our main goal is to keep them apart. Okay? That's the whole thing. If they're brought together, they release something. That's what we were told, or they can be used to release something. Technically, all we have to do is keep this one away from all the other ones.
Which means,
That is all we have to do.
if we took it to the Platinum Vault, what are the chances that the Platinum Vault has already found the others?
Slim.
I don't want to give you my honest answer, but honest answer is if anyone would have found one of them, they probably got at least one.
Which is why it's important that it stays with us, because if we keep it away from them, then that means that they're not all together. We have one in the Platinum Vault, maybe, and we have one with us.
Honestly, we need to account for all of them, but separate them. Okay? If the Platinum Vault has one, let them keep it. We can keep one because we can keep it safe. We can find the others and give them to other people we trust. Okay? We solve this problem one step at a time.
I could not agree more, Emerald. You are being perfectly logical as Marcus is slowly reaching out for the gem.
That is slightly concerning. Just don't try to take it apart, okay?
I'm not going to take it apart. I just want to examine it closely.
We need you with all of your limbs attached to you. Don't do anything to it.
He can craft robotic ones.
That's not the point. You hush.
Raul hands it back to you, like, puts it in your palm, but he's still got a tight grip on it, and he's just looking you dead in the eye. It's like, be careful with it, alright?
Do. I'll make sure nothing happens to it. But also, just in case, I don't want anyone else finding this. Question, Raul. If you put something into a bag of holding like this, do you think someone could find it?
And make it harder to find, at least. That's a good question. Because Scrying can see across dimensions, I do believe.
I put it into my jacket pocket.
Alright.
It is now in its own personal space in another dimension, while we're inside of another dimension.
Okay. I need to have some alone time before I deal with Ludwig again. You all get relaxed. And Luna, you're the only one who really notices this. As he's walking away, you see he actually makes a dead eye contact with Balthus, and just kind of holds the glare for a second, then just keeps walking.
Ooh, there's something there.
Like friendship?
I don't say that out loud to you guys. I can kind of think. Luna just pretty much thinks, "Ooh, there's something there." Oh no, I'm turning into Cyrus.
Okay. So, but you just see Balthus smile back at him, and that's about the end of that interaction. And other than that, y'all are free to go back to your own rooms. And one other thing y'all notice is something that seems kind of foreign to you is there's a big sheet of glass stuck to the middle wall from the way you came in at. You see slight runes carved into it at every corner of it. As each of you go back to your own rooms respectively, you find a nice little setup for each of you. Each made to your own specifications, even to the fact that there's an actual room with twin beds in it set up for the twins.
Ah.
Fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see Amarok, there's actually a bed made to your size as well.
It got mixed feelings how they know so much about us this quickly.
I mean, they've had a month of Raw maybe even being in contact with these people.
That's true, but also, I mean, they've seen us and magic.
Still, like, you're talking about the guy that assumes the worst of everyone he meets. Okay?
I mean,
You were wrong.
that is a good. It's good to have caution, and I definitely understand we're not anywhere near home right now.
Oh yeah, they also split us up.
Well, we don't have to adhere to it if we want to. We're in another plane of existence. Potentially, we could bunk together if that's what you want. I mean, just because we have our own rooms doesn't mean we have to stay in our own rooms. It's not stopped us before.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see each of the rooms are set up. They're decent sized. Each of them kind of has a small writing desk, a little sitting couch. You see they each have a small little bookshelf on them with kind of various small little easy read books.
So how about it? We all bunk in all the rooms about the same size.
Mostly, yeah.
We all bunk together in the biggest room, and that way we stay together, and we know where each other are.
I'm not saying we have to. I'm just being overly cautious. I just want to point it out.
Emrock, being the nature of the things that are hunting us, I agree with you.
Okay. As each you get to spend a little time figuring all this out, and around that time you see Lewis actually come back in, and he's just like, "Oh, were the rooms not to your likings or specifications?"
We're used to staying together.
We're a big happy family.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd like your own privacy. I assure you, you are very safe here. We have our own guards, aside from your own personal security detail, keeping an eye on your quarters at all times.
Do y'all want to stay in your own rooms?
How far
it would
away
be
are
nice to enjoy it for a bit. But
How far are our rooms from each other?
like right next to each other. All of them are basically in a line.
What's the order?
First,
I'm hating you.
let's see. First Amarok, then the twins, then Marcus, then Cyrus.
Okay.
I go into
And-
the room.
And Kiara is next to all you, Raw on the other side of her.
Okay.
Okay. So I go into the room next door, which is whichever of our rooms, and I knock on the wall. And can they hear me on the other side of the wall?
It is actually soundproof.
That's not great.
Yeah, that's.
Lewis kind of looks away. He's like, well, oftentimes we get requested soundproof rooms.
I understand the nature of why you would have a soundproof room on a resort, but we can give it a try. And you both, which of you has it now? The earpiece I gave you.
Twins.
Hello?
I thought Maddie had that spell.
Yes, yeah.
Maddie? Maddie?
Is she still in the chat?
Ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Hello?
Hello?
Ah, there it works.
Hey. Okay. There, she's back. I was just asking which of you have the earring that I gave.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay.
it should still be her.
Okay, then if we want to, we can give this a try. They have guards here. These are people that Rawl knows. I know that we haven't had the best of luck with it in the past, but we can give it a go.
We can give it a shot.
Yeah.
You have the earpiece. We can at least communicate between two of us. And the good thing about the earpiece is that when we were doing all that research on the rifts and stuff, it can work between dimensions. So
Okie dokie.
if we want to do this,
DM here. It's the one entrance to the room, right? It's the one door.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Continue.
or something we could do, we all have rooms next to each other, so we wouldn't be disturbing anyone. If we had our doors open, we should surely be able to hear one another.
There we go. There we go.
That's our compromise. We all get our space to relax and take it easy for a change, and still have that security of being able to get in contact with one another whenever.
And Lewis, like, right, we want every moment where you're not defeating your enemies in battle to feel completely comfortably relaxed.
But defeating my enemies is
Understood.
how I relax.
He takes a very long look at you. If you want to do a more conventional way, we have a spa as well.
I'll think
You
about
have
it.
you have a spa here.
Oh yes, it's complimentary for our fighting guests.
Well, have any of you ever been to a spa?
Depends.
Oh.
Amrock, you're a fellow city boy. Have you been to a spa?
No, it's not really my type of place.
Great. Then where's your spa located? Because if we're truly going to relax, let's go to a spa.
Oh, of course. Yes. I will show you the way.
Do I have to?
Come on, Cyrus, don't be so difficult. It's a bonding exercise.
You can wear a shirt if you like.
I'd like to keep my armor.
Hey,
Understood. But at least you don't have to take part in it, but at least come with us, and that way we don't separate.
I can do that.
I'll say, sir, it'll be very hard to relax in your armor,
I'm always
and then
relaxed.
he thinks about what you said earlier, and he's like, yeah.
Cyrus just kind of smiles at him and is like, I'm always relaxed.
At least that's the impression.
Well, you're making
you get.
my job to serve your needs very easy, sir.
Ah, I'm glad I could make it, well, not hard on you.
Mr. Marcus, I will be very happy to take you and anyone wanting to go to the spa.
Very well. Come on, everyone. Let's take time to relax for a change, huh?
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. And as he's getting there, he's describing the various things various things and options you have there. It's like, okay, well, we have various techniques from all across the multiverse. We have we have massagers straight from the earthen plane. You'd be surprised. Them ruffians are actually very knowledgeable how that works.
Surprising.
Yeah. Oh yes, we have some of the best hair specialists all the way from Song of the Sea on your plane actually. They could do hair dye, shampoo, whatever you need them for.
Song of the Sea.
No. Oh yes, are you familiar with the place?
I've heard of it.
Oh, I've heard it's a lovely place. I've never been myself.
Let them wax my head.
Yeah. Right. They have facials, they have makeup, whatever you need. And he takes you across the walkway, across a big plaza that you see has a few little market stalls there. As you're all excited for a bit, then you take a closer look and realize it's mostly trinkets and knickknacks.
No weapons.
Souvenirs.
Not really any weapons. It mostly seems to be trinkets from all across the multiverse. But yes,
That
yeah, I think that works. Some of you may be into that, but then you also see a big glaring box as you see the logo of Lieutenant's Chicken. He takes you across from it to two little raft actually, and the the raft actually ferries you over to another small building that you notice it seems to be less connected than like all the building you've been in seem to all be grounded so far. This one's just kind of steadily rocking the whole time you're there. As you have found yourself in a spa.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and when you're all done, there's a hot springs for you to all go to. I highly recommend that. It is great, but you will have to take off your armor.
Says you. Jumps in full plate mail.
You just see a sign that says no plate mail.
Blast.
Luckily, I have leather.
You see or leather. Or any armor.
Just like keeps unfolding.
Yep. And just the very bottom, clothes are optional, people. Seriously, take advantage of it.
They're trying to tell. Oh god.
We're getting an echo from you, Amarok.
Me?
Oh no, it's from
Wait.
Marcus's Inn.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. I just kind of, or Cyrus just kind of looks at Amarok. She's like, I don't really like dropping my guard.
I can completely understand that.
Lewis is like, I'm trying here, I really am.
No, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. We are just difficult people. You'll get used to us eventually.
If not, it'll only be a week.
Well, feel free to go to whichever one you go to, and he just kind of takes a step back and sits on a bench and just looks like he's reevaluating his strategy.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I could use a massage, as we have been roughing it on and off for the last few months.
Yeah, it sounds actually pretty good.
What?
Sure.
What exactly happens in a massage?
Well, I don't know the exact techniques, but they press on aspects of your body to release tension that's built up in your muscles and aches and pains.
Why?
Makes you feel good.
By releasing pain?
Yeah, by releasing the pain that's built up in your body. It makes you feel good by taking that pain away.
Like, imagine like this. You ever had a cramp in your leg and you sit there and rub it to make it go away? Imagine a less intense version of that, but a constant. Okay? It's yeah.
So you're saying it's supposed to feel good, but it's pain.
Like have you had a crick in your neck before?
Yes.
So popping your neck, that feels good once you've done it.
Cyrus just kind of like tilts his head and is like, it does feel good, I guess.
So imagine that experience, but over the course of your entire body, relieving all the aches and pains and cricks inside of your body.
Will I be weaker from this?
You shouldn't be.
If I let my guard down and something happens to me, I swear.
No, you'll be dead, and then we won't have to worry about any of this if something happens to us.
I guess I will allow myself to relax more.
Yeah, mate, you don't have to go all in, but like at least a massage would make you feel good. And then to at least give you the semblance of a spa treatment, I do have presentation and give you the scent.
Oh, actually, speaking of which, I learned a few things from you, and I kind of like snap my fingers and like produce like a lavender scent as I cast like cast the same spell on you, Marcus.
Oh, great knowledge there. Also, you'll never be dirty again.
Yeah, that seemed to have been a problem, and especially since, I don't really take this off.
I mean, we get coated in gore and blood from fights, so being able to just clean it off in a flash is really handy.
I guess I'll join you on your spa day.
You gotta let the professionals take care of yourself every now and then. Precipitation is nice, but it don't go so far.
So y'all are going to get a massage.
Yeah. Marcus wants deep tissue.
Okay.
Go and find the biggest woman I can and tell her to hurt me. Because otherwise,
And we go back to Lady Demetrius.
A 9-foot tall vampire.
oh,
We have
So-
soundproof rooms for a reason.
oh god.
Of all 5 of you are going in. You come in to see. It seems the entire parlor is all dwarfs. See
These are the ones.
Yeah. As you come in, it has this nice earthy smell into place. It seems where it'd normally be table, it's more just kind of a little mat on the ground that all of you are supposed to lay on. As you, welcome! We are here to relieve the tension.
Well, good to see that we're going to be taken care of.
Oh yes, we have made this. We are made for this. Now, please, we'll leave. Please, undress to your comfortability. Then we'll leave. Then we'll
Now-
come in.
Take a few clothes.
You said they're dwarves, right?
Yeah.
Marcus starts speaking in Dwarven. What region are you from? Are you from the material plane?
Oh, you're. Oh yes. We're from the Earth plane, actually, born and raised.
Huh? We have plenty of dwarves in our plane as well. Glad that we speak a similar. Glad that we speak a similar dialect.
Yeah. It's basically. It's kind of like for them. It's like kind of like a Spanish and like Portuguese. It's just like similar, but you can tell some accents and pronunciations a bit off. Yeah. Just different dialects.
Well, everyone down to your comfortability. Since this is a shared space, Marcus will take off his armor. Draco sleep for now, and he'll just be wearing like a t-shirt and like his pants.
Okay. All of you kind of have your own little private curtained off rooms. I should have specified that.
Mm.
Okay. But all of you get one, and it feels good. It really does. Like, they definitely know how to put the work on you. Most of you have never got a massage before, so it's a new experience. It's a bit surprising at first, but after after the initial surprise, you're like, oh, this actually feels pretty good.
So the party, like, we don't like see each other, like getting the massages.
No.
Okay.
But for you, Cyrus, as soon as he puts his hands on, he's like, "You are quite taut as boulder. I'll really have to put the work on you."
Also, I guess like as he would like push in, like my skin is kind of cold.
It's like, you are quite literally a child of Earth, even more than me there, son.
Haven't really, I guess, your definition of relaxed in a little bit.
Clearly not. I shall definitely put the work on you then. He kind of snaps his fingers. You get a good look at him. All of them pretty much have like baseball mitts for hands.
Also, another thing I would like to point out is like there are a lot of scars all over him, like all over Cyrus.
Well, no wonder you like die every time we get in the fight.
Yeah. But like these seem like they were long overdue, I guess. And his hands, like since I always wear gloves, my hands seem almost darker, as if like there's no circulation.
Okay.
But since the party doesn't see him,
Him.
You're freaking
Well, after
zombie.
y'all are done, y'all y'all are going to a hot springs next.
Well, the party's going to see him.
I mean, you don't have to. We ain't forcing you. We aren't good and dragging you half naked to a hot spring.
I feel like Cyrus is just always along for the ride anyways. So it's just like, well, here we go.
Yeah. As each of y'all go through the fastest hour of y'all's lives, y'all instantly shown where the hot springs are, and they are separated by gender, and each of you get a chance to sit in there and relax, and it feels great. The water's water just really warm, but feels just right in a way.
You know, the trick to all of this is being up on a mountain, drinking your hand while sitting in a hot spring. Great sensation.
I guess so. It's quite nice. I could get used to this.
We've been through a lot, all of us. Marcus points to the different scars that he's gotten just from everything that we've dealt with so far. This was the first time I died. Technically.
Oh.
But we've all got our own scars.
Scars mark our journey through life. Every little story is just carved into us.
Cyrus is just kind of looking at his chest and is like, oh, that one's new. As you sort of see claw marks sort of the same size as Amarok's paw when he transforms.
I did not do that. I'm pretty sure on this one I didn't do that.
He's like, I've been framed.
I mean, I think I got you beat as he points to the different parts on his body where he got shot up with all those arrows.
Yep. Also, Marcus and Amarok, y'all notice you didn't think it was possible, but Cyrus actually has a bit of a tan line from the neck down.
Cyrus is even paler.
It's white.
You really don't get sun. And Luna says she doesn't get. Luna says that she doesn't get sun.
The really only scar Amarok has is the one going from temple across the ear. That's all he got. Y'all just don't know how to fight.
Well, fair point. I mean, prior to traveling with all of you, I didn't have a single one of these. Nothing more than a scrape on my knee or the scars on the back of my hand from being burned at the forge.
Cyrus just kind of looking at his body, just yeah, I think I only got 2 more from our journeys.
Lucky.
Shows a dent in my shin. I tripped on the stairs here.
Yeah. I scraped my knee as a child. It hurt really bad.
DM.
So is there only 1 or 2
Yeah.
people that don't have scars in this party?
DM. So can we hear this conversation from? I imagine there's something separating the 2 hot springs, but is there a way we can?
Yeah, there's a wooden wall separating the 2 of you.
Can we hear their conversation?
I can hear y'all.
You can.
Well, as I hear them pointing out their scars, I turn to Maddie and say really loudly, "Look, this is where Amarok slashed me in the stomach."
Ooh.
Suddenly, Amarok is no longer having fun. Amarok is guilty now.
If Cyrus hears that, Cyrus will be like, oh, I have the same one!
No longer gonna talk now.
I mean,
I didn't really gain Maddie just turns to Luna and she goes, "That was cold." For one. Two, I don't think I gained any scars from this. I mean, the only scar I have is the one I've had since, childhood.
This is my only scar. It's the one that I had friendly fire.
Well, I mean, as you said, our scars do mark us through life. But yeah, it's been eventful. I've seen more of the other side than I've wanted to see in one lifetime. You've all pulled me back before. Especially you. And I knock on the wall.
You're welcome.
Well, I think I have kind of had enough of this form of relaxation for a while. Makes me feel a little uneasy.
Once you don't enjoy being ingredients in soup here.
No,
All right.
I don't like dropping my guard. As I said
To be fair, I don't think this form of relaxation suits me anymore. It's nice to reminisce. But, I'm used to the road now. I'm an adventurer, after all. Can finally say that.
I guess this was sort of the life that I used to want back in the Bard's College.
The spa does make me think of home, but the sea salt throws it all off. Never seen the ocean before, only read about it.
Yeah, Cyrus is going to start to dry off and start getting his gear back together.
Marcus does the same, and once he's dried he'll use precipitation to dry himself completely off, and then he'll Draco on and refasten his armor back on the plate.
Okay. And as all that's happening, you actually notice a similar glass that's in your rooms on the completely covering the wall on the other side of the spa. And you just hear a voice say, "Can I have your attention, please? The first bracket has been announced." As you see the screen light up and you hear a voice coming from the other side of it. As quickly you see, the first match at war has been decided. A group of amazing adventurers from the material plane are going to be battling out tomorrow in the arena. So come on, place your bets now as you get a look at tomorrow's fighters. And instantly, this really weird feeling overtakes you as you see all 5 of you up on this big screen.
As we're in the spa?
Yeah. Not a live feed, but you see pictures of you that...
I didn't even think of that to get a live feed.
I was about to say.
No. No. So...
Look at your contenders!
No, it's more, it seems to be pictures of you that were taken in the middle of all of you in line. It kind of surprised you.
Somebody gets mid-sneeze.
Yeah. As it goes over variously, all of you in various details and what you of your race and stuff like that.
It's just reminding me of the Hunger Games now.
Question: when they goes over us like that, does it give away any of our battle tactics, like things that they would possibly know?
It does not.
Okay, that's good.
And next we have their opponents that will be fighting the us. Did I say it right? The us. Okay. They'll be fighting the Wind Riders, a name that makes a lot more sense. As they'll be fighting Obsidian the Goliath, Suko the half-elf, Adrian the human sorcerer, Cyrilla the human fighter, and Nadir the Triton cleric. As you see these figures appear on the screen, as you see a large Goliath with bright red hair, completely covered in tattoos. You see a younger half elf who has two swords at his side. You see another young human. Just wearing robes, has bright red hair and blue eyes, and and then you see the Cyrilla, who's got bright white hairs, got a wolf symbol around her neck, and has a gray sword on her back. And finally, Nadir, you see this Triton cleric, Triton wearing bright blue armor with a holy symbol around his neck. As you see your opponents for next week, that'll be where we end tonight's session.
Alright. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.